Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tinuola right here, and you are watching the second episode on life in Canada as a Nigerian immigrant. In today's episode, I'll be featuring two of your fave content creators.
Hey guys, my name is Kelly. Some people refer to me as KellyKash.
Hey guys, it's Whizqueen here, aka Tinuola, and some of you guys might know me.
Originally, I worked as an applications engineer in one of the information industry. And my spare time, I create content, TikTok, sometimes, or Instagram.
I'm a Nigerian content creator based here in Canada. I work currently as a business analyst and I do my content creation as a hobby and passion on the side. Tell us 3 words that describe it.
I would say discipline, people tell me fun, so I say funny, and goofy.
Goofy, yeah.
Come to me with money. Come to me with money.
3 words that describe me. I'll say fun, energetic, and confident.
Hey, period.
So, what's your most attractive feature?
I would say my brain, but I think that's a little too cliche. So I would say maybe my smile. A little bit.
Your smile.
Yeah.
If the universe was a woman, what would she say to you today?
Okay, well, based on my voting cookie, right, she would say, avoid scratching your energy on the bed. Apparently.
This episode is taking you to the backstage of all things content creation, the process, getting to know your creators more, the platforms they use, and is it really a good side hustle? Well, you don't want to miss out from this one, so please sit back and enjoy. Thank you.
All right, during the pandemic, I noticed that a lot of Nigerians that come to Canada, they do like vlogs of coming to Canada, and it seems like that's like the onset of content creation for them. It's like, oh, moving to Canada in the midst of pandemic. I
saw a lot. I see a lot of trends like that.
Trends like that.
I see it was a lot.
Yeah. Was that the situation for you? Was that the case?
For me, I actually started my YouTube before moving to Canada. But my first video that gained a lot of traction was my immigrating to Canada video.
Okay.
So my YouTube started way before I moved here. But like since I moved here, I started to get more traction on my YouTube channel. So that's how it
That
was.
makes sense. What about you? Like, was it coming to Canada that inspired you to do TikTok?
Not really, no. It's because I've been in Canada for a while, right? So it wasn't that. But also, I found the space of immigrating to Canada was getting saturated.
Yeah,
So
it's
it
very
wasn't my kind of
saturated.
content. But I think for me, the pandemic, I started during the pandemic, I think early 2020. I was just because I was working from home, so I'm like, okay, I've got a phone, and as a photographer, I have like the lights and everything, so I'm like, I might as well do something. So I just like creating stuff for fun for myself, but I think people found it relatable and picked up from there, yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So you're also a photographer aside TikTok?
Yeah, that's a side,
Speak of side hustles.
That's nice.
Speaking of side hustles. Okay.
Get your bag,
So
bro.
you said you've been in Canada for a while. Like how long?
I would say just about 9 years now.
Oh
9
wow,
years, yeah.
that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
a long
long.
time.
Yeah, that's
One
a
of
long
the
time.
old,
OGs,
grandparents.
yeah.
Oldies. What inspired you to start doing YouTube specifically?
So when I started to learn a lot of things as I grew older after uni, there were a lot of things I had passion and interest about, and I wasn't taught in school, so I had to resort to learning from YouTube and on the internet. And as a result of learning from the internet, I realized that there are still some vacuum. There are some things that you could do differently. Maybe I just didn't find those videos that would have helped me better, but there are some things I realized I could do differently. So I felt I could fill that gap. That's why I originally started to create, just fill that gap of creating things in a different and unique way. Then now that I've transitioned from doing immigration content into finance kind of thing, it's as a result of me learning from my immigrant struggles, and I feel like, okay, as an immigrant, finance in Canada is completely different from Nigeria because we don't have credit cards, we don't have mortgage system and all of that. So I just feel it's going to be more relatable for other immigrants to understand things from my own perspective because I've been through that phase.
Yeah, I like the way you touched on you switching niche from immigration to finance, and we're going to touch on that a little bit more shortly. And what about you, Kelly? Like, what was it for you? What's your TikTok story?
My TikTok story, pandemic. That's the story. So yeah, I think before pandemic, I was doing a lot of photography, right? I think when the pandemic happened and they locked us all at home, I think that's when I opened TikTok. I was seeing the videos. I was trying to understand what is this, and because I was working from home, like, okay, let me create something to see, and then I just for myself, right? So I created for myself. I only had maybe 1 or 2 of my friends following me. And these guys are like, yeah, you just dumb, like, you know. So from there,
you just dumb. So just do TikTok.
So I think for me, it's always been I should create stuff that I enjoy, that I can look back. And once in a while, I sit back and I watch myself. Like, this is actually hilarious, right?
Yeah.
So I just try to create stuff. From there, I started creating stuff that are relatable. And the reason why I actually like TikTok is when you see stuff, it may be for a different demographic, but when I see them, I'm like, I think I could take that and maybe try to interpret it for like the Nigerian context, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. So I think for me, pandemic was key, and you know, and TikTok was easy because I just shoot on my phone. And that's how I started, and that's how it's been going.
Wow, that makes so much sense. Like I like the way you said you see other content and you're able to still translate it into the Nigerian content.
That's key, very key for us.
Yeah, and you do a lot of good stuff on TikTok. Like I always like if you guys are not following Kelly on TikTok,
go check him out.
Like go check him out. It's really, really funny. Like anytime I see his videos, I'm just cracking.
I already do like something funny.
Yeah, you do very well. And you also I like the way you also integrate Instagram with it. It's not just
it's not just TikTok. I think these days you're posting more on Instagram. So it's good.
Never considered doing other platforms aside TikTok?
I've tried Snapchat. Didn't really flow. I also tried YouTube Shorts. Same thing as well. I feel YouTube has gotten too rigid. I think TikTok keeps everything flexible for me, easy. It's not like a job, right? I do it when I want to do it. When I have the free time, I just do it, right? As opposed to trying to put everything in structure, organized for YouTube. So it's more like TikTok, and then most times I will port my stuff from TikTok to Instagram.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know you do post a lot of TikTok videos. I keep wondering how easy it is for you to post videos regularly and consistently. How do you do it? Are you just full-time TikTok boy, TikTok guy,
TikTok content creator,
TikTok celebrity certified, or you do a full-time job? I know you said you do photography, so that's
no, I actually have a full-time job. All right, my full-time I work as an engineer, so that pays the bills, right? But I've been working from home, so obviously there's been some free time for me. So I think because of that, what I do, at least with TikTok, is I try to bulk create. So when I create videos, I could actually create 3 to 5 videos in maybe within half an hour. That's how easy TikTok is, right?
Yeah.
Once you get the hang of it, and maybe because of the kind of space I'm in TikTok, it's made it easier for me to do that, right? Some other space, let's say if you're into dancing
or beauty, you have to do makeup.
More time. For me, it's different. So when I hear it, because I'm more of a sound guy, right? I hear sound, I'm like, okay, how do I interpret that sound now, right? How do I act behind that sound to make sure people find it relatable? But bulk creating is one thing for sure. So sometimes I could go an entire week, I wouldn't shoot, but you'll find me posting because I've already shot them a week or 2 ago.
Some weeks.
And I just keep them in my draft, and when I'm ready, I just publish them.
Okay, that's nice. Wow. So it's similar to what we do also on YouTube, we bulk create content. But I think with TikTok, the advantage or the part of TikTok that takes the upper hand is the fact that you can actually do a lot of content in a short period of time. Yeah. Which is so much easier, and you can use your phone.
Yeah.
Right?
All I did is just this, right? Just my phone and my tripod. Sometimes, even before I came here today, I shot 2 videos, and all I did, I just propped my phone on a water bottle, and I shot 2 videos. I'm good to go.
That's all.
Yeah, that's how easy it is.
Yeah, that's very easy compared to YouTube. YouTube is getting so extra these days.
Yeah.
I'm tired. We're all tired. But the funny thing is, we say we are tired of YouTube
But we
being
still
too
keep
complex, but we still keep
going.
going.
I feel like at this point you feel like you've invested a lot of effort into it and you don't just want to quit.
Yeah.
So you just still try to say, okay, you know what, I'll just rather do what I can do and maybe later on I can just take a break or like take breaks when you want to, but you don't just like want to quit. That's
Yeah.
where it is, because that's where we are all at. You've gone too far to just stop.
Yeah, most people take breaks these days, and I feel like it's because of the stress in creating
Yeah.
content, like the fact that you have to be your own photographer, your own editor, your own
Your own-
videographer,
You
Yeah.
promote
Scripts,
your own
yeah.
promoter
scripts,
as well.
Script
writer.
writer,
It's
makeup
so
artist.
much.
Do your own research.
And makeup artists, do your
Yeah.
research and the SEO analytics, and then you still have to promote.
There's a lot.
And when it gets to the promotion part, I'm just done.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know.
I've tried.
I've done a lot.
done.
If the universe was your man, what would he say to you today?
Girl, you study.
Let's check the fortune cookie to see what the universe says.
You're so cute and entertaining. I told you guys, I'm cool and I'm really right.
Come on, give it to us.
Do you do side hustles?
Oh,
or
yeah,
just 9 to 5?
I do have full-time jobs, and YouTube is just something I do on the side, even though it's also like a job because it takes a lot of time and like effort. But YouTube is just something that doesn't pay my bills particularly, so it's just a side hustle for me right now.
Yeah. So how have you been able to stay consistent with it? Because even though you have a 9 to 5, you still push yourself to do these videos. Compared to like some of us that were part-time YouTubers. Hello. Don't judge. My viewers know by now, you know. When I'm MIA, you know what it means. We're taking a break. So how do you stay consistent with it?
I wouldn't particularly say or identify as being consistent on YouTube because sometimes I might go a week without posting. But yeah, for like the past year, I would say there is hardly a month that goes by without you seeing at least 2 videos from me. The way I've been consistent is that I just try to batch create, like we said earlier. So I could maybe pick a weekend that I'm not doing anything, then film 2 videos and strategize to batch, like create them, then find another weekend or a particular day of the weekend to edit. Then sometimes I might edit during the week as well if I'm not too busy and just schedule the post and set it to go live. But what I find that is challenging with those kind of things is that when I post during the week, I'm too busy with my job to start promoting the videos on my social media. And you know how YouTube works. Once you post, you have to try to quickly promote so that it can get that traction right away. So it's a bit challenging, but I mean, that's just how I can cope with it for now.
Yeah. And once you don't promote them and get that traction or
For the first few
engagement,
hours,
that
video is not
YouTube
going
is
to
gonna
perform.
push your video down.
That video is not going to
It
perform.
is stressful, and I think that's why a lot of creators now, even including YouTubers, are moving towards creating TikTok content because it's more engaging and it's more rewarding. I mean, some of us will say we don't care, we just love the art of content creation, but let's not lie to ourselves.
Like me.
We love it. Yeah?
You love it, you enjoy it, but you
don't care
also
about
like to get the
traction,
reward.
the engagement.
You also care about the reward, yeah. You also
There's no how
like
you
the
care
reward
about the
doesn't
reward.
necessarily have to be monetarily,
Yeah.
but you also want people to engage your video. You want to see people viewing it. If you post something and you're not getting any view for it, you wouldn't want to do
Yeah.
it.
True, okay.
Yeah. We kind of need that acknowledgement too from our viewers that okay, they are watching, they like our content. You
Yeah.
know, with TikTok, I see a lot of trends coming up every single day. So how do you guys keep up? Is it like you do your videos based on when you see a trend, you pop up on it, or you strategize every single content? You know the time you're uploading. You know, is there a strategy around TikTok?
I think it's a bit of both. So once in a while you find me jumping on a trend, but I need to find the trend relatable, and I think it's something my followers will want to see as well, right? And sometimes it's a trend where it's maybe just based in America, but I think what content creators like us fail to do is try to take that trend and try to put a Nigerian context to it. So that's where I come in. When I see them, okay, how do I try to, I know my followers, or mostly Nigerians, they've seen the video, but now it's only like US folks doing it. How do I take that now and try to add the Nigerian African spin to it?
Yeah.
And then I'll jump on it. And then other times it's just no trends, just videos, right? I find a sound that is catchy, I feel okay, I could act with that sound, then I use that sound. So it's a bit of both, right? So it's a trend and also you just creating. And then sometimes also you've seen a content that you're like, oh, I like that, but I think I can interpret it differently or I can do it better. And then you try it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
That's
a more
actually-
flexible approach.
Yeah.
If for someone like that is TikTok illiterate like myself,
Illiterate.
that's what I call myself because these days I post on TikTok. I just started using TikTok. I post on TikTok, 0 view. Not even 1 view. Like it can't be that bad. But yeah, I feel like I'm TikTok illiterate.
Yeah.
So how do you get views? Before in those days when TikTok just started, it was like if you post, TikTok itself will push your
Yeah,
videos.
stuff.
But now it's like I don't know, like how do people still do it these days? Can you just blow like that as a newbie on TikTok these days? Is it easy to blow like that as of 2022?
I think it is, yeah. And within the last week or so, I've seen some videos that have, let's say, 100,000 likes, and I go look at the videos, and, oh, that's quite, 50,000 views. Then I open the page and I see, oh, the person has only posted 3 videos, right? So yes, it's possible. So as long as your video is something people can relate to, whether it's finance, fashion, makeup, or like comedy, right? As long as people can find it and say, okay, it's relatable, I think you watch it. And what happens, they share your content, and guess what? More people will watch it after you get your views. So yes, you can definitely get views. I think another thing I would say is follow people as well. A lot of people think, oh, I need to follow the big content, creators. Yeah, you should do that. Also follow your friends of your friends, smaller accounts. Because those are the people that will be pushing your videos, not the big guys. The big guys, now they're so big now that they have a team behind them. They're not going to be posting.
They probably wouldn't even recognize your
It's
video.
your friends and friends of your friends and just random folks that will be seeing your video and posting it.
Yeah.
So you want to start following those smaller accounts. That's key.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Thank you so
That's
much.
very helpful.
That's a good idea. I never even thought that could. So when you follow someone, if they'll see your videos and also repost it.
Well, yeah. So like me, I repost people's videos, right? I send them to my friends on TikTok, also like Instagram, Snapchat. If I find it relatable and hilarious, right? That's what I would do, right? Because I'm more of the funny side of things.
Funny,
right?
yeah. Like if you guys are feeling depressed, you're feeling sad,
Check his
you don't know
page.
what to do with your life, you're just
Check his
tired, check his page. Good recommendation, you thank really bad.
Well, true enough, no, for sure. And I've had people tell me, I just woke up and I watched your page and I was just dying laughing. And it's nice that you put a smile on people's faces, right?
Yeah.
But just be careful. Sometimes TikTok gets like, so I'll just tell people mind it.
Yeah.
Mind it. Because you sit there like, oh, I'm just gonna do
For 2
10
hours.
minutes.
Yeah.
Before you sit like 2
Yeah.
hours.
2 hours.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're really time.
Yeah. And in your recent video, you mentioned that you spend more time on TikTok now and Twitter than YouTube.
Than Instagram.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So because it's so addictive when you just go on TikTok and you just swipe in, and then Twitter, there's always bans and
It's
all
funny.
that. It's interesting.
And Instagram these days is
it's
just
too calculated and it's too
everything is too
aesthetic.
strategic.
Yeah, but Instagram is changing though. Because
Not
now
really.
Instagram is trying to compete with TikTok, right? Because they know they're losing the battle. And now Instagram has rebranded itself as a video platform as opposed to a picture platform. And they're trying to go, with the reels and stuff. So I think they would push. I don't think they will get to where TikTok has gotten to. I
don't
think
think
that
so,
left.
yeah.
But they will try. But I agree. I think these days Instagram is getting a bit
So
too
high
boring. I'm just
up
like,
there,
let me
it's
go on my
too
TikTok.
strategic.
Why is everybody
too-
waking up, laying their bed, brushing their teeth,
Oh,
forgetting
yeah.
When you feel like they don't even lay their bed.
You know what I wonder? I'll always ask the question. Who's taking videos of people waking up?
Exactly. Like, sis.
But we're guilty of that, so YouTube.
YouTube, you do it, but like on Instagram, they do it so much that everybody doing it. YouTube, you probably just do it on vlogs.
Yeah, on vlogs we do.
But YouTube, on Instagram, you see people do it every time, like different.
yeah.
What? It's not even realistic.
Yeah. Even though Reels is copying TikTok, it is what it is. They are copying TikTok, but the Reels are too calculated. So you will
just
still see
too
people using cameras to do Reels.
And these days,
They wouldn't
I feel
use their
like
phone to do Reels.
I feel like with Instagram Reels, you will start getting on that other side of social media toxicity.
Yeah.
Because now you see this person living this aesthetically pleasing life, and you want to live that life so that you can recreate the same thing.
Yeah.
Whereas on TikTok, people are just having fun,
Yeah.
being themselves and sharing their lifestyle. On Instagram, it's just the exact opposite. So
Yeah. So businesswoman, house market.
So,
So you're the businesswoman, you're
How?
the finance literate, finance advisor, you're the please.
You're the money woman.
YouTube celebrity, you're the
How?
9 to 5 hardworking woman. You know, you're the boss lady. So how are
I don't know this
you?
lady you're
How
talking
is
about.
market? Especially with YouTube.
In terms of
In
monetization,
terms of monetization.
well, YouTube monetization, I wouldn't particularly say is the creator fund on YouTube is that rewarding. YouTube creators fund is not that enough, but you have to look out to partner with brands that would support you and would pay you something rewarding for whatever content you're creating for them. But that's just like I said earlier, the whole reason why I originally started is just to educate and inform. So the money part of it is just extra. And right now I still have a job, thankfully, and I'm able to finance all of my life with that income. Maybe if I had to do YouTube full time, then I would see things differently in terms of the finance and the income side of things. But right now, it's just as it goes. Easy and simple.
Easy and simple, no pressure.
No pressure.
And I think you were quite strategic about switching it because I know when you were doing immigration videos, you were getting lots of views. It's good in terms of views, in terms of subscriber base, but the CPM, we know that is lower than finance videos.
Obviously.
And I think you were also selling a book at that point.
Yeah.
So it was more like selling merchandise to meet up with the
income side of it,
that
since it wasn't paying well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then you switched to finance, which is more rewarding, right?
Yeah, the finance videos, if you get even lesser views, you get more income for it, unlike the immigration videos. So like, let's say it's by 2x, which is even sometimes more. So if you get 2,000 views on an immigration video and you get 1,000 views on finance video, you probably make the same amount of income or even more on finance videos sometimes.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm really okay with for right now, because the immigration videos are not particularly my thing. It was just something I got into as a result of me migrating to Canada and me saying that, I did it myself, so I'm experienced and I have that knowledge. But I know it's not something that I'm that passionate about. I'm passionate about sharing information, but not passionate about sharing immigration information. And since I'm a finance person, I work in finance space, my background is in finance, and I'm very passionate about making money. This is very important. So I just thought, okay, this is where I should be, not there.
Okay, that makes so much sense. I like the fact that even though your views dropped when you switched your niche, you still kept at it because that's what you want for your brand, basically.
Yeah.
And
That's what I want to be recognized for. And I think with YouTube, I also understand that with YouTube algorithm, it takes a while for the algorithm to understand what's going on with your page and everything. So it's fine right now. I'm just taking things slowly and we'll see how it goes.
also the thing about the algorithm is that with immigration videos, most of the viewers are from like Nigeria, and when it comes to Nigerian audience or African audience, the CPM is lower than audience here.
Because Nigerian advertisers are paying lower than advertisers here.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for it to be that way. And and also it makes sense for your views to be much lower because now you are no longer creating content for the people that you had originally started your audience with. So if you switch your niche into something else, it would probably take a while for your algorithm to understand what's going on with your channel, and it will also take a while for your viewers or your existing subscribers to be able to understand if they still want to be a part of what you're currently sharing. And also, it will take a while for you to now build new subscribers. So it's fine. Everything would work out with time.
Yeah. YouTube itself is a platform. It's not the place where we all come to make money per se. It's that platform that you use to expose your brand, and from there you can get sponsorships. I think most people make money through sponsorships
100%.
more obviously than through YouTube money. YouTube money is just
Extra.
Yeah, it's just extra. So YouTube is that platform. Don't get discouraged if you're not getting views enough or whatever the case is.
If you're planning to start a YouTube channel, don't because of the view is low not start, please.
Because you're building your brand, you're building yourself, and you can potentially get sponsorships through that platform, no matter how small your audience is. So with TikTok, how is the money? For the longest time, it wasn't monetized. It just recently became monetized, and it's like people are also getting, sponsorships. How does it work?
So for at least outside Canada, right, TikTok is really good for a lot of people because like in the US, they have a creator fund. For us here in Canada, we don't have that yet, right? So for most of us that are creating...
Emphasis on yet, because it's coming soon.
It's coming, right? They said it's coming soon. We just don't know when, right?
I've called them several times called them out several times on Twitter. They never respond.
You actually did that?
I did, yeah.
But
Sometimes
I like
someone has to reach out.
Bro,
Absolutely,
actually,
right? And that's
yeah.
the question, right? Because all they keep saying is, it's coming, like, tell us when. But outside that, so that is what most of us do. For me, first and foremost, it's not actually about the money. That's not why I started. I started because, again, I was working from home, I had time, and I was just creating videos. And now I have an audience, and maybe as I move into the future, I could use that and eventually I monetize it, for sure. I think lately, all I've done so far is just partner with just a handful of brands to do some work for them, and that's it. I make a little bit of money here and there. And for now, it's okay for me. My main job, I work in engineering. My main job pays the bills, and I'm okay. I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
So TikTok is just extra, and if in the future it grows into something that actually brings a lot more money, I won't get there. We'll cross that bridge.
Makes sense.
And I actually do like that most creators, or at least a few creators that I know, tend to start from them having their own full-time job that takes care of their bills, and created or started their content creation with passion, and as time goes on, maybe they can focus more on it or be able to monetize it, because that takes away the pressure of you just trying to monetize it the very moment you start. Because you're able to take care of yourself with your normal job and everything. But if that was not the case, if you were going into TikTok with the intention of making money from it, it's going to be a lot of work.
It's a lot,
yeah.
It's going to be a lot of work.
That makes sense. So where do you see yourself when it comes to content creation in the next 5 years?
Oh, wow. That sounded like a job interview.
Maybe.
Very deep. To be honest, for me, I wouldn't particularly say I have a 5-year plan for where I want my channel to be. Obviously, I hope my channel has grown really well. I hope I'm able to educate and inform more people, and hope people find my channel very resourceful. I also hope I'll be able to be more consistent with my channel and put very informative content out there and improving the quality, video quality, content quality, and even the value I'm creating as well. I hope a lot of that improves. I don't know for sure if I think I could be a full-time content creator, but I'm definitely just exploring a lot of things right now. I'm in that age, I'm in my 20s, where you can try new things. It's okay to try out new things and see how it works for you. But right now, that's just the plan I have for my channel. Hopefully things don't switch up along the line, but if I still feel the need to switch up things later on down the road, I'm definitely down to try out something else.
Makes sense. So what about you, Kelly?
The truth is there's no plan. Again, I think the reason why I started the channel is just to create stuff for me, and hopefully people find it relatable. So I know in 5 years, 10 years, there's still gonna be a sense of humor. So I think I have an okay sense of humor. So hopefully in 5 years, I still continue creating stuff with a level of sense of humor people find relatable. And if it's bigger, then cool. If it's not, I'm okay with it.
We move. We move. That's the vibe. If it's not, we move. We try. If it doesn't work out, we move.
We try out something.
And we have fun while trying.
That's the most important
That's
thing.
the most important thing.
That's why I don't know for sure if those
Stop overthinking it.
That's why I don't know for sure if those people on Instagram, they are really, really like that. Because I don't know if they are really enjoying creating all those things, or they are just doing it.
It's
a bit of a struggle for me to understand.
And right now, Instagram people go for your
They should come now. They should come for me. I'm ready for
it. All right.
She'll pull a Will Smith in you all.
Exactly.
Because where is the lie actually?
Where's the lie? It's true. Instagram is very big these days. So like on a typical day, what would Ray find you doing?
Typical day, Monday to Friday, I'm at work. And maybe after work, I could go out with my friends for drinks. But on weekends, I try to use my weekend to entertain. Probably go out, do something fun, maybe games, bowling, or do something entertaining. But also, I have to alternate my weekends towards one weekend to create my content and the next weekend to probably go out. Except I have some extra time during the week which I can use to edit, which is very, very rare, especially during winter season when it gets really dark outside very quickly. So my typical day is just me working and sometimes having fun. Because fun is very important.
It's not sometimes though, you're always having fun.
Don't
mind out. Just like to traveling to Dubai, Cancun.
I'm just trying. I'm just trying because see, this life is just one. You need to enjoy
YOLO.
YOLO. That's it. What about you, Kelly? What would Ray find you doing?
So, typically, again, working, right? I've got my 9 to 5.
But outside that, I tend to read a lot. So, said I'm reading a book, maybe playing soccer, watching car shows on YouTube.
Car shows.
Yeah, and
Guys
cooking as
are
well.
bored.
Yeah,
You
cooking as
cook?
well. Yeah.
You host us one of these
No, I cook as well. You know, there was a time when I was actually posting the stuff I was making on Instagram. People liked it, but it's just I like to focus on my food as opposed to like creating food content, right? So yeah, I don't want to be cooking and then like, oh, let me press the camera. Is it recording? I just want to make my food and eat,
and
right?
enjoy.
Yeah, so
I get
that's all I do. And sometimes, you know, when there's money, yeah, you find me, you know, traveling and just looking for new places to go. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
So what do you do for fun? What do you find you doing typically?
Me, typically, I just
Missing appointment.
Showing up late.
They've told you guys. That's it. That's it. You've answered. Typically, you'll find me go to work, of course. I romanticize my day a lot. You will find me taking my day slowly. I get up from bed. I'm like looking outside through the window, like, okay, what do I have to do today? Yeah, I actually romanticize my life a lot. And I take my days really slow, especially on days when I'm not going to work or doing any sort of work. And cook, clean. I like cleaning. So I clean. Yeah.
Clean talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do cooking, cleaning, arranging things, and I spend the rest of my day in my head thinking.
Me
I'm an
too.
overthinker. So thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. It was really good having you guys. If you notice, for those of you that have been watching the channel, this is the first time we're having like a guy on the channel.
Really?
So let's
So much
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
So let's give it up for Kelly in the building. Make sure you guys follow Kelly on TikTok, on Instagram, and which other one?
Well, you find me on Snapchat and, you know, Clubhouse, but it's okay. Just follow me on TikTok and Instagram.
And Instagram, at
KellyKash.
KellyKash.
Kelly with the cash, baby.
It's a K, by the way. Money not there, like K.
Double K.
And
Whizqueen, Whiz_Queen on Instagram, on Twitter, and on YouTube. Whizqueen.
you guys already know her. You know what it is. And if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you just want to say hi, drop it down. Support your people.
I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for hosting us, Tinuola.
Thank you so much for
It's been
coming.
so much fun.
I give them short notice, and this is how you know your tribe.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Thank you so much. All right, that'll be all for this video. Bye, guys.
Bye. Good jobs.
Dubs.